So actually, we come from a time when a software project used to take a lot of years to finish before getting available for the customer. Now, software delivery can happen in a month or couple of months. Earlier, even creating the output for software product used to take time and was difficult, and that's not the case anymore. Even if product gets created quickly, what if nobody uses it? No business value gets created when a product is created. I mean, that maybe is a little surprising, but then that's the fact, because a product which nobody uses as so far is just a inventory. Value gets created only when people start using it. So it's not sufficient to create the product, which is an output, but it should also generate value, which is the outcome. So usage of a product feature may translate into various business outcomes. For example, increase engagement with the product, improved sales, etc. When we talk about a new feature, such opportunity comes from various quarters, actually. A product manager engages with various business stakeholders. So for the different organizations, they are sales, marketing, legal, finance, different users, etc., etc. And depending on the segment you are working upon, that may be also different, right? Now, the product manager may be bombarded with the various new feature requests. In such a situation, a product manager consider all opportunities. I mean, if you think about it, that will definitely is not going to happen. And also it is not possible at the same time. So that's easy. As a product manager, you may be working on a subset of the opportunities. But again, which ones and how do we know which opportunities are worth the business value? So product managers may be using some sort of prioritization methods. For example, Moscow, WSJF, from safe point of view, RISE. So there are many prioritization methods which product managers use. But if you think about carefully, in the most cases, they are based on guess and assumptions. And those basic assumptions, such as people will be using that feature, that will translate into sales of millions of dollars. At the point when the feature request comes, nothing is validated. I mean, irrespective whatever you think on surface it may look good, but then in terms of the value, you have no clue. You get clue when users start using it. So based on that guess, the development team churn these features and go to production. Now, and then teams may feel successful on themselves because they have delivered those features. And in many cases, what happens is that nobody really see like what really happened for those features. So that means those teams may not attach any sort of analytics with those features to assess if the feature is actually effective in the changing customers' behavior. So in all such cases, the teams may be happy in moving a feature to production, but again, as you see, they are not sure about the outcome. So, I mean, you may think like, okay, this from the product standpoint, that may be what exactly really mean when we say changed customer behavior, so let's say, for example, there is a feature which is like simplified sign of flow. So expected change may be like more users complete sign up. So when there is more engagement, then the uh, business KPI, which is about the engagement, needle moves. So at the same time, this sign up flow may reduce the time which the user may be taking right now for the onboarding. So again, that helps in more engagement. So you see that this sort of changed customer behavior may be moving the business outcome needle as well. Now, uh, I mean, in terms of understanding what exactly changed, I mean, in terms of the customer behavior, so we need to measure those KPIs, and that is where we get to know about them. So if you see, if you see that, creating an output which is churning out a new feature is very easy, and uh, that is why people may be inclined towards uh, doing the output-driven development because it is easy. Everybody can do it. But then in terms of the outcome, it is unpredictable. And that is why many teams may not be doing that actually, right? So the bigger question comes is like, what exactly we should do so that there is a good amount of focus on generating an outcome. And second is there is a better probability to generate the outcome. So we are talking about focus, uh, which is around the outcome. But at the same time, we are also looking that there is a better probability to generate it, right? So in this conversation, we will be talking about an approach to handle it in a better way. And we will consider this approach for introducing a new feature in an existing product, because in many cases we are working with the existing products, and just to make sure that the same approach which we apply for introducing a new feature, the same approach can be applied for the new product as well, right? So this is a basic idea about the about basics thinking about why we are trying to do this. So then let me also share my screen. Just give me a sec. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, so we will take an example actually for a new feature, and then we will see the flow, fine? So let's take an example for introducing a new feature, which is called a saved item. And to give you the idea, if you have looked at Amazon or Flipkart or any e-commerce website, so they have a feature called saved items. So at any point of time when we are searching, we find that this feature, this particular product may be useful for us, and we just try to save it, and then later we want to get back to that and then continue our research or then buy it actually. So what we are looking for is a new feature. So it will be really important to have some conversation over here, some sort of interaction, because that will be helpful for everybody to understand the approach. So if you think about a feature saved item, from your point of view, what could be the trigger for this request? I mean, is like from the product manager point of view, does he just think about on his own and start working on it, or from where does it really come actually? In case I'm working on an existing product.
Oh, can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, I'm Pramod. So customer might have provided feedback or something like that, saying that he wants to save an item to get back to it later or something like that.
So what you're saying is the customer feedback, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Anybody else?
Shrikant, so it is a saved item. I mean, the save functionality. So maybe I missed something.
You remember if we are using Amazon's and then you search for list of the products, and then a couple of them you want to save
For later.
For later, yeah, save
Oh,
it.
so maybe a reminder that
For later, yeah.
saved in your cart, and maybe you want to go and buy. So a reminder maybe.
Yeah, reminder. Yeah, so save for. I'm just saying right now it is a save for later feature, but as you understand it, the point I'm just trying to make is, I mean, how does a product manager think that he need to work on it? From where does that trigger really comes?
Yeah. So product manager, so he must be talking to his stakeholders continuously. He must be taking the market analysis feedback or the market analysis reports and everything. So, and thereby he may be getting some input.
Yeah.
To have this feature added.
Yeah. So a couple of things actually on that. One is, as you rightly mentioned, that there is somewhere customer feedback is coming into picture. But what generally happens is that in most cases, they are driven by the business goals. So business outcomes which the organization is looking for. So there may be certain objectives and key results which must be defined on the business level, which are defined, and based on those goals, there may be certain opportunities which keeps on coming actually, and that's where the stakeholders talk to you that, okay, this is an opportunity which is coming. And when they talk about it, it's not like they just say that it is, I mean, we need to do it just because they are saying it. They come with a good amount of data. So that data may be in the form of the customer feedback. So for example, the customer service representatives may be getting that kind of feedback from the people that they need some sort of features with which they can save the items for later. there may be some sort of interviews with the customers, or there may be analytics data as well, like people may be searching the product, but then after after that they don't really come back to it. So, and then they may be searching it again. So that sort of data may be there, which supports what the business is asking for. And in many cases, depending on what the business outcome the business is looking for, there may be brainstorming as well for new ideas, like how we can have we can go for that goal, and that's where some features may be coming there. But the same, what I'm trying to say is that in most cases they are driven by the business goals, and customer feedback is part of the data which business provides. Fine. So that is one. So that means there is some sort of business level OKRs which are defined, and based on that, the business is looking for some changes. For example, the idea is to enhance the engagement on the website, improve the sales by some percentage, and to do that, the organization need to do something. Again, when we say that they need to do something, it doesn't really mean that they need to really do some sort of product development. In case the business needs are satisfied without doing any sort of development, that is the best solution you can have, actually. But at the same time, business drivers may or may not look for the product solution. Fine. So that is one thing. Now, as we have understanding about what the business is looking for, then the product manager wants to validate the demand. Validation of the demand. So it's not like the demand is coming from the business and it has to be implemented. So it needs to validate it. And for the validation purposes, what may happen is he may be looking for the persona of the user. Based on the persona, that persona may be a specific kind of user, the roles, and maybe your system or product is being used by B2B organizations. So depending on who the user is, you define the persona of the user. And then based on that, actually, you identify the user journey. So I'll just show you an example of a persona of the user and the user journey. Just give me a sec. So for example, Anika is an impulse buyer. And there is if you see the persona itself, here is a activity what she does. So a mobile first user who makes quick decisions but forgets things if not prompted. And here you see a user journey. So what exactly she does, where she gets the problem. So she browses casually while commuting, sees a product she likes but doesn't want to buy immediately, saves it mentally, plans to return later, and then gets distracted and forgets about it entirely. Doesn't buy unless reminded. So if you look at it from the pain point perspective, then pain point is can't rely on the memory, doesn't want to research again, misses out an item she liked. So what we are trying to do over here is that, first of all, defining the persona, understanding her user journey, understanding the pain point she gets in that user journey. So and then we find opportunity for saved items. So that means this pain point may be cleared by saved item feature. So easy tap to save on mobile, smart push email reminders. So that these are the opportunities which are created by the saved item. And then time sensitive nudges if the product is low in the stock or on sale. So these sort of opportunities are created for this sort of users to help reduce the pain point here. So now, just to make sure that the persona which we have is just one persona here, but there may be multiple personas depending on the feature and the product you're working for. I'm just giving an example. Now, as you understand the pain point and opportunities, then what you want to do is you want to validate the pain points through surveys and interviews as well. So so you may be having the existing data which is coming from the business, but then the data may not be speaking the truth. So instead of just relying on the data, what you do is you have the interviews with the users, understand what exactly the problem is, because whatever may be implied currently with the data may not be the problem may be something else. So again, you are trying to validate the problem statement in the first place. And that's where, why, as part of the interviews, empathy maps may be useful. So I'll just give you an example of empathy map for Anika, the user. So this is an empathy map. So she says, I like something earlier, but I can't find it now. It would be great if the sign. So this is the first time basically when she has a conversations. This is what she says. So it would be great if the site reminded me when something I saved goes on sale. But if you go deeper, then she thinks, I don't want to miss out on that product. Maybe I'll come back later if I remember. Actually, what she does, browses casually on her phone, takes snapshots or leaves tabs open, sometimes forget entirely. And what she feels is she feels frustrated when she can't find what she liked, guilty about forgetting to follow up, and delighted when reminded at the right time. So if you try to map the deeper truth of this map, what is really happening is Anika doesn't want just the functionality, she wants the peace of mind. So based on this empathy map, you just try to understand what exactly she wants. She wants the functionality or what she actually wants. So based on that, you actually get to know these sort of empathy map. You get to know about what exactly is the problem statement. So when you have validated the problem statement, what exactly needs to be done, then based on that, you define the product level OKR. So product level OKR is simple, like what the objective is, from whatever we are trying to do, what is the objective we are having, and how do we assess that we are able to obtain that objective. So that is where the key results will be coming into picture. So so in this case, we want to move the needle of the engagement related metric, which is the business goal actually. And this product level OKR will be related to that only. And based on that, as you define this OKR, and you have the confirmed pain point, what may happen is you try to understand what could be the possible solution for this particular pain point. So what may happen is that you have a problem statement is defined, and then there may be a solution, fine. So this is a direct mapping from problem statement to solution. But if you think about it, in general, that is not what really happens. Like for example, if I'm using a Google Map, so Google Map may be giving you different sort of, paths to reach to a destination, and you can choose depending on different, different time to reach over there. So, but what you see is that instead of one path, it provides you multiple paths. The same is the case in here as well. So you have validated what the problem statement is, but then it doesn't mean that there has to be a direct solution to that, or so you can to reach to the destination of the problem, you may come up with multiple solutions, and that is where opportunity solution tree comes into picture. So that is just a mapping of the opportunity which you have or the problem, and a list of the solutions which you may come up actually. So instead of just jumping to the one solution, you list down the different solutions to reach that destination. And based on various pros and cons, you identify one solution that, okay, in case we use this solution, that should help mitigate the problem the customer is having. And at the same time, that should help in moving the needle of our business KPI and satisfy our product OKR as well. Fine. So I think there are some messages I can see. So one is, don't you use jobs to be done to achieve the objective and its key results? There are various different ways to identify the objective and the key results. And there are various approaches to define the opportunities as well, and jobs to be done is one of the approach, which there can be a separate webinar in itself. Right now, I'm just trying to tell you the overarching process, or the way you may be looking at the opportunity and how you may be working towards it. For identifying the OKRs, for example, there can be different ways to do that. So that can be a separate topic in itself. Fine. Okay. There was one point from V mod HPR. So that is look at competing products if available. So you may want to explain that one as well. What do you mean by that? It's still there? Okay, so as we define the opportunity solution tree and identify the solution which we are looking for, Then comes the idea of sort of creating a low fidelity prototype. So based on the opportunity solution tree, you can come up some sort of solution that and in case we do in this way or that way, then this is how the to be journey map will be looking like. So we show that to the user, and then based on that, we get some sort of feedback. And based when that is identified, then we know, okay, we can start working on this particular piece. And that's where we define the epic or the feature, whatever you call it. In the epic or feature, the important thing is we need to make sure that we are able to add the metric with which we are able to measure how the OKR needle is really moving. So that becomes important. So in the case, I'll just show you some of the OKRs in this case. Just give me a sec. So the OKRs may be increase. I mean, for the saved item case, actually, increase return visit for the interested users. So that is in terms of more engagement, improve the conversion rates on repeat visits. So that is more sales. Enable future retention levers for like reminders and notification. So it is more about the opportunity enablement. So based on what the feature you have, there can be more features or opportunities which we can have. So these sort of goals may be there. So as you identify your epic or features, then you want to make sure that as you implement it, you and go to the production, there should be some metric which as you measure, or analytics as you measure, you should be able to get to know that whether this epic or feature made any difference or not. Because even after doing everything which I mentioned, there is no certainty that whatever you are thinking will be actually working. So so you go with the you make sure that there is some sort of way to measure the outcome with that feature, and to see if the OKR needle is really moving or not. And in case it is moving, that is good. In case not moving, then you can again come back on your drawing board and see what all you can do further, actually. Fine. So this is a kind of overall idea, like from starting from the business goals, their OKRs, then making sure that you understand what the problem is, you verify the problem with the users. Only after verifying the problem, you define the OKR from the product point of view, because one KR of the business may impact multiple product features, fine, or product OKRs as well. So that means you define those OKRs, and then based on that, I mean, as I said, like you based on the persona, their pain points, you as you validate them, you come with the problem statement, and then try to understand what could be the solution with the opportunity solution tree, identify one solution, create a low fidelity prototypes, show it to the users, get their feedback, and then start working, moving towards the production. The whole idea is that we want to make sure that whatever is going to the production should be delivering the outcomes, and which may happen based on whatever we're trying to do. But even if it doesn't happen, this will tell you that it didn't happen, and then we can do the necessary changes to make it happen again. So this is the basic idea, basically, which we are talking about. Any questions on that?